ho. Check. Capital Puerto Rico. Am I one? I'm one. And I'm one.
He's in. Check.
Whoa.
1, 2.
The acoustics in this room are not ideal.
It's a little echoey.
Yeah. It's all right. AI fixes everything.
AI fixes the echo.
It does.
Don't tell. I've found actually recently that you don't tell people who were longtime editors and filmers before AI that you should just have AI do it. They get real testy.
Yeah, well, it's because they're being left behind.
Yeah. Do you think that though? Do you think you're going to be left behind as an editor, as a YouTube connoisseur and editor and filmer and streamer? Do you think AI is going to take your job?
No, I think because everything still requires like human input.
Right. There's going to be a human behind it operating somewhere. So it's either like it's just another, it's like the internet. When the internet came along, right? Everyone said the internet was going to ruin everything and take over. And now look at it. We use it every day just fine.
Yeah, it's part of our
life. It's the handiest probably piece of tech that's ever came out in our lifetime. And now I think we're on the cusp of another thing that's going to exponentially, indubitably enhance our lives.
Why did we start talking like random stuff?
I don't know. I'm just like, I've actually wanted to ask you that question outside of a podcast. And what better time than to ask you that question now? Because actually people have made that concern, you know, it brought that concern up that eventually editing and or anything that has to do with computing is going to be obsolete.
Oh, listen, here's the bottom line. AI is not going to take over anything as far as like, I'm going to lose my video job because I don't know how to keep up with AI. It's just another tool. It's like a tool for us to use to optimize what we do. That's the best way to say it.
Fair enough. That's a great way to look at it. I feel like that's an optimist way to look at what AI could be.
Yeah.
There's lots of ways to think about it as a very negative way.
Yeah. But forget all that stuff. I want to talk about this.
Yeah, fine. Let's go. Where are we? What are we doing? Badlands? We're actually in a Badlands rental cabin right now, right on the lake. It's pretty legit.
It's legit.
Yeah. Listen, Kyle Nosp with Badlands has got it going on for sure. This rental setup and the whole park and the camping, everything is just really top notch.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm somewhat like beside myself because in a way I feel like I'm cheating on my home park. Right. Because, you know, I do, you know, Glass Rock Off-Road is my home park.
Right.
And I'm there all the time. I make content for Glass Rock. It's like home. And then to come to another off-road park and be like, dang, this is also cool. You know, like more room, way cool. Like the Serpentine.
Right. Yeah.
Listen, that's freaking awesome. And we got to go through that yesterday. And it was as cool as I thought, but
six people in a Can-Am Defender max.
But I'd love to do that in like a sportier.
Oh, obviously. It's way more fun. Like that's the whole point of the Serpentine is to just be slinging through those berms. Yeah. And just so everybody knows, if you haven't seen the Serpentine, it's 10 turns. I think it's like 10 turns now through, and the banks are like 30 feet high, 25, 30 feet high.
I explained it to someone as like, imagine a ribbon candy. And look down from a ribbon candy. That's what it looks like.
It does, actually. When you look at it from the drone shots and the live feed, yeah. That's why I think they call it the Serpentine.
Yeah,
snake.
Super cool.
The snake.
Super cool. I think it's been a really great experience coming out here. And I want to like talk about the live production aspect of it.
Please,
a little bit.
Please do, because you were not planning on this. This was a total random thing. Well, it was for me too, kind of. You know, I was here last year for the Bash, and then I knew this year was coming. I wasn't really sure what capacity I was going to be involved, and then Kyle called me and got me very involved, extremely involved this year. And there's lots of really cool things that are coming from this property. And I heard that they wanted to do the live feed, and they were going to use another guy that we have used and had similar interaction with Ultra 4 with Miles. And Miles was coming, And then I said, wait, I think I've got a guy who can do this all here. We can do it all here, switching live. It would be more interactive, it would be more interactive, more of a show. And Chase Gilroy, pop. How was it? How'd it go?
Well, that's a heavy question. That's a heavy question.
All right, everybody. I want to give a quick shout out to CT Raceworks. CT Raceworks makes the baddest parts in the industry, including the parts that Kyle Chaney uses to win the 2025 King of the Hammers 4400 race. Now, if you would like to use those same parts, feel free to go over to CT Raceworks and use the Our Day Off discount code, and that will get you a 5% discount on your entire order at any time. So that's Our Day Off discount code upon checkout. Back to the show.
I was like, I love taking these opportunities and like seeing a challenge come towards you. It's like everything that we do in live production is problem solving on the fly.
Literally.
And you have zero time to think. Like you have to think instantly. And sometimes because it's that instant decision-making process, it could either go bad or good. You know what I mean? But I think it was amazing to be, number one, invited to do that, to be trusted by you to, have the skill set capable to pull that off. I think we did a really great job. But I have to say, like, we came out here last minute. I have 2 people that I could come and be available last minute. Jake, my boy Jake here. My Jake.
Jake from State Farm.
Jake from State Farm.
No, hold
Farm
on.
From
What
State
is it again?
Jake. Yeah, Farm from State Jake.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He's new. He's in college, right? He's learning videography and filmmaking and the film business. And he started to do some stuff with me. So he was able to come, jumped at the opportunity. He was like, yeah, I'm in.
Insert small clip of Jake standing in the rain, just getting drenched with the camera. Anyway, go ahead. We're back.
We'll get there. So Jake is going to be an intern for me. He's interning for me. I'm teaching him things which, by the way, there's no better experience than, I said, being thrown to the wolves.
Literally. In every sense of the word.
Yeah, you can learn all you want behind a desk, but I think once you get out into the field and you experience what happens and you see the consequences of like the choices that you make and how many times you get to chase a car down the track on tripods. You do that over and over and over. You get good. You're going to get good at it. You're going to get good at anticipating like how the car is going to move or where the action is and like how to keep up with like what's happening. So Jake, and then my son Carson, he's 17 years old. He's been around me, right? Working, filming. He sees what it is, and I'm trying to teach him the ins and outs of what dad does when he goes away. And maybe he'll become an entrepreneur himself and or work with dad. That'd be sick. But yeah, so bring Jake and Carson, who are both not professional videographers, camera people. Some experience for Jake, but to take the challenge of doing that last minute with 2 people who aren't like they do this every day, it made it a little bit more challenging. But I think we pulled it off nicely.
I think you guys
I'm actually super proud of them.
I am super proud. I'm super proud of all of you. Seriously, everyone involved. Not even the people that weren't here to be here for this podcast, particularly Miles, Kyle Noss, everybody that was involved with the actual production of the show. Everybody, obviously, at Badlands that helped behind the scenes, clearly, but our team specifically.
Yeah, jail.
It's so great. It's so great, the dynamic that we all have, and you just know what you're doing. Like even when it's the wildest circumstances, no matter what, you always seem to figure it out. And like everyone,
we don't have a choice.
Well, it's weird. It's weird to think about how we do this, right? We do a podcast together, and we travel all over the place doing this podcast with Ultra 4 and different off-road events, and now Badlands, Glass Rock, set up podcast. We don't have a studio. This is the gear we carry with us: the cameras, the lights, the boom arms, the mics. All this other stuff that you see in these shots is stuff we find.
Yeah,
It's
like the
not
places,
like, yeah, it's not like
the
we
scene.
show up to a studio and we have access to things,
Yeah.
you know, and people. No, this is all by the seat of our pants. Yesterday, we did a podcast with Kyle and we were sitting in his pro shop at Badlands in the middle. So your ability to just adapt to every little thing, and especially with me, you know, I'm just like,
Yeah.
no, we're just going to do it. And you're like, okay,
Yeah.
we're doing this now, you know? So we just find things and it seems to always work in our favor.
Yeah.
You know, it's an ability to adapt and overcome is pretty
Yeah.
impressive.
You got to be flexible. I think like a lot of people who are stuck in a routine, like you've got a routine way to do things. Like I bet you anyone watching this, you get out of the shower and you probably dry yourself off the same exact way every single day. Every time you get out of the shower, you have an exact process. I start with my head. I go to my shoulders. I wipe my arms, right?
It's
and then I go to the
you
back.
say that because you're probably right.
You do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So a lot of people are rigid in like these daily routines, but something else that you should probably flex and exercise is being flexible. Find a way to, I don't know, be comfortable in not knowing what hotel you're going to stay at on the way to your family's beach vacation.
Yeah.
And just be like, oh, we're tired now. Let's get a hotel room. Some people cannot do that.
It's so weird when I run into people that can't do that because that's me all the time. I'm the guy that will plan a trip the day sometimes before, and they're like, "Well, do you know where you're gonna stay?" Nope. I know there's hotels in that area, or I know I've got friends in that area. I'll figure it out on the way there.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes our trips that we go on, you're like, "So what's the plan?" I'm like, "I don't know. Show up,
Yeah.
show up and see what happens."
And I'm like, all right, cool.
And I think there's lots of people who would probably cringe and just the thought of leaving their home without a plan.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah, but so like doing that, being good at setting up wherever it has to be set up, it's almost like it may not be perfect, but it is as good as it could possibly be. Right?
Yeah.
So wherever you go, if you have to set up, like if we had to set up there over by the water's edge, we would set it up in a way that looked pretty good for exactly that situation. You know?
I think it adds an extra flair to it, to be honest.
Yeah.
I like the way the backgrounds look in our podcast because it is on the fly. It is authentic. I mean, there's nothing, you know, this is a pretty, for what this looks like on the back end, this is a pretty small setup.
Which, by the way, if you're thinking to yourself, well, why the frick are you set up in the corner of a freaking living room looking out to a pond that you really can't see? Well, that's because it's raining outside.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we would be down there by the water and it would look sick.
Yeah. And we walked around this morning outside and we're looking at spots in the yard and we both were like, there's two problems. Me, I was like, the bugs. The bugs are bad right now. They're just constantly getting in your face. And he looks up at this guy and goes, yeah, I think it's going to rain.
Yeah.
And sure enough.
Which is kind of the direction I wanted to take the latter part, like of the production.
Oh, okay.
Like story. We did, I think, an incredible job from Friday night's burnout competition. That was so fun.
And tug of war.
Like being out there on that pad in that trailer, I felt like it was absolutely perfect. And it went off pretty well. And we had some issues with like internet connectivity where like I don't feel like I want to explain what cache is, but
I was going to say, I heard you hollering about the cache says 0 and you're like, Carson, if the cache says 0, you have to tell me.
You have to tell me when the cache is full. If the cache is full, that's a problem. That's why it's red.
Yeah.
And yeah, so we had an issue where like I was trying to keep the stream super high quality, right? But my best way to explain it is like you're trying to shove a watermelon through a garden hose, with Starlink being the only source of internet connectivity out here. So you had to like run that stream. It looked amazing, but some people probably experienced buffering. So then like, I was like, okay, the cache is full. We're sending too much data. We don't have enough internet. We got to revise and change it up and lower the settings so that we're shoving like a strawberry through a garden hose. And
much less data.
Yeah. So then burnout like turned out pretty good. It was like really good. Yeah, and then so like all the other stuff was, I think, just fantastic. The format, the way that Miles worked with us on coming up with a cadence to do an intro video and then come back to Miles and then, so like everything was
and
cool.
the cut to commercials were great.
Well, I wish we had commercials.
Well, I mean,
we
like
didn't-
the part where it would like explain what this
video.
is.
Yes,
yeah,
yeah.
those were super cool.
Yeah, and Paxton made those. So Paxton, the guy who does media here at Badlands, he helped a lot with that. And everyone was great to work with to come up with like the ideas and get everything situated. But then like we got to Saturday's end of day, like it was all fantastic. End of day, we're like looking up at the clouds, and it's like it looks like it's going right by us, but very dark and
Very
scary
dark.
looking. And brother, I'm telling you what, when the sky opened up, for those of you that were on the property, when that sky opened up, it was like, I was behind the scenes yelling like, we got to keep the stream going, keep this camera. We put Jake out in the middle of the concrete pad. And so I told him, I was like, just in case it rains, you got to take a poncho to cover up that camera. And when it started pouring buckets,
Kyle made a good analogy. He said it was like they unzipped the sky.
unzipped the sky. And it was like the dam broke loose and the rain just, I thought Noah was about to show up in the ark. Dude, it was so crazy. We were at one point trying to keep the show running, and then it turned into save everything. We had to be like, all right, people started pulling the speaker from the outside. When they took the speaker into the trailer.
That was me.
Was it you?
Yeah.
It started echoing Miles's microphone, like squealing the.
Yeah, bad. And
And
he
brother-
comes running across. I'm hitting the off switch. It was a nightmare.
It was literally worst case scenario. It was so crazy. I'm trying to pull cameras and cables. I got cables underwater. There's just everything everywhere, and it was so chaotic, bro. And I think almost as soon as it started raining, the cache was full.
Of course it was.
It was full, and we were still trying to just run with it and keep it recording. And dude, it was just mayhem. I think before the end of the stream, even the entire front of the trailer was a river,
Yeah.
and we were still trying to keep it up.
There was a waterfall coming down from the parking lot on top.
It was insane.
It was a literal waterfall coming into the race course.
Yeah.
Crazy. Which, you know what? I want to say that too. I'm actually really, really bummed out about that because I worked my bum off.
Yeah. On top
all
of that,
week long.
I wanted to see that race.
Yeah, all week long to build that track and that over under jump. And what, 5 people maybe ran it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm bummed. I'm bummed because I think that was shaping up to be a really good knockout race. We already had people hitting logs and one car flipped forward already. I mean, there was a lot going on, and I think it was shaping up to be really cool.
Yeah.
I'm really upset about that. I think my plan is there, just to cap off that whole convo is, I think I'm going to change it up a little bit. I'm going to add some more dirt and take out some of the logs, so it's a lot less logs, and get some more dirt in there and actually make it more of like a dirt course with like some jumps and some rhythm to it for the next time. But I think the over under jump, grand consensus is that everyone loved that, and I think the opportunity to jump over your friend or even your opponent that you're racing is really crazy for people.
It's no. It's really crazy. And it's really crazy. And it surprised me that was a thing that was going to happen.
Oh yeah.
Because these are your bros down the street.
Yeah.
These aren't race car
everyday-
drivers.
Yeah. This is everyday people coming to the off-road park. Yeah.
Which is everyone who buys a side-by-side, by the way. They think they're race car drivers. That's kind of it. This is just my observation. And you'll probably agree. Most people who buy side-by-sides come out to a park and they just automatically assume they're a race car driver.
Yeah. They're fast now.
Yeah. But I felt like the risk factor for something like that would be pretty high.
Absolutely.
But also seriously badass.
But I think, and I will slightly pat myself on the back here. I think when you build it correctly and you know the market that's going to be jumping it, I can build it to the size that fits that thing.
Yeah.
It was about a 40-foot gap. So, 2 side-by-sides long, basically,
Mm-hmm.
which isn't far. and you really only have to go about 30 miles an hour to clear it because of the way that it was built. It was a nice long drawn out takeoff and a nice long drawn out landing, a little bit opposite of each other. You could have literally just fallen off of it, you know. I jumped it in a Razor 800, and then I was also handed a brand new Can-Am HD11.
Yeah.
And said, could you jump it?
I wish you would have done it with the unicorn one. That would have been freaking hilarious.
I did. I just did it off camera.
I'm going to see if AI will allow me to swap, because I have a picture of that one. I'm going to tell AI, make this vehicle that vehicle in this video clip, and we're going to see what it comes up with.
I can't wait to see it, but it's going to look crazy. AI is good, but it ain't that good.
A Seedance 2.0 is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but I think you did a great job, because every race that you did, you had a driver's meeting.
Yep.
All right. So, and there was a bypass built in. So even if you didn't think you were going to make that jump, you could bypass it in that lane. So it wasn't like you're forcing these guys to do that. But my one question is, did you make all them like log sections super rowdy on purpose?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So here's the thing is, every year there's a complaint that one lane or the other is faster than the other one. And when you're doing like a best 2 out of 3 format, so you got 2 guys that go in a race, say guy A wins, they line up again, and guy A wins again, you're out, and that guy moves on. So and if say opposite happens where each of you win, say they're like one side is faster than the other, obviously whoever's in that lane is going to win then, right? Because it's faster. It's really hard to gauge them to make them perfectly even. And those logs are something that I can put in there. And then if somebody say that one lane is faster, I can take some out of a part. Really easy. Just grab them with the skid steer and pull them out. And that would make that lane slightly faster. So I can kind of adjust the track speed.
I have a proposition.
Yeah, what's up?
Here's what I want you to do. I want you to do this next time.
Okay.
You're telling me that they line up, one side's the jump, one side's the under. And then they race, and then they race again opposite.
Yes.
Okay. Why don't we do 1 lap, 2 lanes, and then at one point it's like it crosses, one goes up, one goes under, and they go farther, and then
cross again.
That other lane jumps, and so whichever one jumps first goes under second.
I mean,
you could do that, right?
Sure. The only thing with that little area right there is I'm kind of running out of room, and I'm running out of material. So there's some projects on the property that we're going to do where we'll have more topsoil, more dirt to bring in, and then I would have more material to work with. Yeah. But until that happens, I'm kind of limited, because like you can't really dig down in there because it was layered. That was built and layered to be that section. So that whole arena was built originally by Kyle, and he laid that out the exact size of the Lucas Oil Stadium. So the big block,
whole stadium,
the big block walls that are all the way to the outside, the actual football field.
Oh, okay.
It's a football field, indoor football field arena size.
That pad is an indoor football
not
field?
The pad. The whole arena down there to the double block walls.
Gotcha.
That whole area is the Lucas Oil footprint. And his whole point was because he wanted to put that down there and you could do, they do monster trucks, they do supercross, they do all these things in those arenas, so it's like obviously a good size. And so that was his whole point there, to be able to have all sorts of events down there. And he just never knew how to work it or had the right people to build the tracks or anything like that. So it's now progressed to what it is now. And the plan is to continue building that out, continue making it better and better and better. And he's actually talking about pouring more concrete up a bank and creating envision a skate park for side-by-side or a drift truck. So you're going to have concrete like jumps and like rails. And he wants to build so if anybody remembers the old Hoonigan videos, I don't know if I should even say this because someone might steal it from us, but maybe not, who cares? The old Hoonigan videos, they had what was called the man line, where they would slide cars, side-by-sides. I think BJ Baldwin did it in a trophy truck. It was a shipping dock. So where you back a semi up to, it was a shipping dock, but it had a ramp on both sides, a concrete ramp. Well, the point of the man line was to drift up the ramp across the dock and then down the other ramp. Well, in front of you is a loading dock. So if you miss it, you're going off or you're grinding the rail. And we were literally talking about building that, recreating it exact size in concrete, basically putting a loading dock on the edge of the track so we could do the man line over again. For
Why
real.
not?
And it would be permanent, and it would be a place that people could do the man line. If you think you're man enough,
That doesn't exist anywhere else, does
it
it?
doesn't exist anywhere else. And if you think you're man enough to do the man line, we can potentially recreate it.
Put your name on a banner?
Something.
I mean, face?
One thing I did talk to Kyle about, which I think is a neat idea, is have like a challenge on that area once it's built, and then we'll let people sign the shipping containers like they do at King of the Hammers with spray paint.
Oh.
Like, that's your little mark. But you have to do something. Like, it has to be something cool. There has to be something landed, or some sort of a trick shot, if you will,
Yeah.
to be on the wall. So it's still a work in progress, but the amount of effort that is being put into that particular little small part of the park is really, really cool. I'm so stoked about it. It's like a dream come true. If you could have ripped a page out of my superhero book, you're on the last page right here. Like, that's the best one. It's amazing. Every time I walked and see that look over the hill coming in the driveway, I just smile.
Yeah.
It's a playground for side-by-sides or anything.
It is. It really is.
It's a playground. It's crazy.
It's super cool here. What was your favorite part of the whole weekend?
Wow. There was so many great parts.
But
Man, that's tough. That's actually tough to say. You know what? I do have a favorite part. Long jump, believe it or not. Long jump was my favorite part because I got to participate a little bit and have some fun. And our buddy Scotty brought over the Channel 199 Nitro Cross car,
yep.
which is a Mavar. And he brought it for himself to go on the drift pad and do some drifting and maybe race the knockout races with his plan.
Which, Scotty, by the way, did you do that? Did he do that?
He did.
Did he?
Yeah, he went on the drift pad. Yeah, he went and had some slide fun for
Oh
sure.
man.
Yeah.
Now I'm even more disappointed. Listen,
He was
if
getting
someone has footage of that car, please get in touch with me
Yeah.
when it's out there drifting, because obviously I was busy. I would love to get that.
Yep, he did take it out, and the boys took the Outlanders out and did some sliding when it was raining, so they were
Nice.
loving that. But anyway, Scotty brought that car, and then we go out to the long jump, and Scott was like, I'm signing you up. I was like, signing me up? He's like, yeah, you're going to take that Mavar out there and jump. So he didn't have to sign me up. I just wanted to do it for free, and I greatly appreciate that, Scott. Thank you very much. That he's always lending me vehicles,
I know.
and I'm always
Which is wild.
continuously surprised at that.
Well, he lends them to Travis, so.
That's true. That's true.
And how many have you brought back broken?
But
Flat tire?
arguably none. Yeah, flat tire and possibly a broken A-arm maybe at one point, but not totaled. I haven't totaled one yet.
Well, hey,
I'm on a great streak.
yeah.
So maybe that's why he keeps loaning them to me,
Maybe.
which is good. I'm okay with it. But
No, but
thank
it
you,
was-
Scott.
dude,
And I
it
got
was
to hop
sick,
in.
though.
And then me and Paul started doing the whole what happens when you become a racer thing. And
Hold on. Tell the people what you were going to do. I think they may know, and why it didn't happen.
well,
On top.
what do you mean?
Up on top with the long
When
jump.
we were going to jump side by side.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so me and Paul had, it was my idea. He was already in line, and I pulled up to him in the car, and I pulled next to him. I said, hey, let's jump next to each other. And he said, can we do that? I said, well, no, but we need to put on a show. Like, we need to let these people know we're here to have a good time. Like, that we're the two, he's a sponsored and Badlands ambassador
Yeah.
for his whole racing program. And I'm the guy who built all these jumps and built the track, and I'm now driving the 199 rallycross car. Like, we need to put on a show. Like, we're the guys right now. And so we got next to each other, and our whole point was to just go off that long jump as hard as we could go, side by side. And I knew going in that Paul was not going to let up on me. Like, we're sending this full speed.
Mm-hmm.
And because the thing is, we're going together. One of us has to go farther. There's no way we're landing next to each other. So my whole point, I was going to put that baby in Sport Plus and just hold it to the floor. I wasn't going to lift. I wasn't going to look back. If I was pulling on him, I was staying in it. And of course, we leave the line the first time. His car loses a fuel pump. Mm-hmm. So we spin around, go to do it again. I pull up to the line, floor it. My car is in low range. he just pulls away from me and leaves me. And then we just, things happened and got busy and talking, and we just never got to do it again. But Paul did end up winning. He jumped 132 feet, I think was the end, right?
Yeah,
132 feet. And I went ahead and bailed out because it's not my car and I know where this ends. Me and Paul are going to go head to head until either one of us is landing in the flat and potentially breaking everything we own.
Yeah.
Or winning.
Yeah. I mean, in the 132 on Paul's car, when he landed, I mean, them shocks were bottomed out.
They went all the way down. Yeah. He dug the nose into the pea gravel.
Yep.
Yeah. It was a couple more jumps and we were going to start breaking stuff.
Yep.
And I think it's probably best that I just go ahead and tap out. I'm in Scott's car.
132 is great.
132 is great.
132 is awesome.
That said, I think my farthest jump was like 113. I never did that extra.
It was impressive too.
Hit.
The guy behind Paul, when he first sent it, that was the X3. I think for that whole competition, that was the wow factor jump. That guy, dude, when he sent that, everyone was like, "Whoa!"
Yeah, wild. I mean, they were letting us go back further and further to get more of a run. So it could have been weird, quick. So I think next year, if anybody's watching this and wants to know some highlights for next year, I think we're going to take that long jump wall, the lip at the top that we've got built, and we're going to move it back like 30 feet. We're going to give you 30 foot of extra hill flat surface at the top. So you're really going to, I would imagine that you're going to have it. You're going to have to be hitting it at minimum of 45 miles an hour next year. You can't go slower, because if you go slower than 45, you're going to land right on the cusp and bounce down, which would not be fun. That would hurt. That's called casing it.
Yeah.
You need a lawyer for that one.
Oh.
But yeah, we're going to make it a little longer.
Should we talk about some of the shenanigans? Some of the weirdness that happened?
Yeah, please.
Some of the, for instance, Ryan was here, right? Shout out to Ryan Adams.
Risky Films.
He was with me down at the burnout pad when we first got here. And he was flying his little Pavo 20 drone. It's an FPV drone. And I was like, he said, "You want to fly it?" I was like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Yeah, I want to fly it." And in case you don't know, FPV pilots, they set up all their stuff way different from each other. It's like customized.
Yeah.
And all their controllers are a little different, whatever. So like when you take someone else's rig and fly it, it's a little weird sometimes.
Little learning curve.
Yeah, it's just different. So I'm like, I go up and I fly his drone. It takes me a second to get used to how his is flying because it's a little weirder than mine. And I'm flying, and Matt goes out and does drifting on the pad. And I'm like, cool. Battery level's getting low. I'm like, okay, gotta come home. And Ryan's like, "I'm gonna catch you." I'm saying, "Yeah, cool." And so I'm just flying back home. I'm heading right towards Ryan. And I take my finger to go up to the disarm button to press that to turn off the motors, because that's kind of how you do it. And I accidentally, I'm still like 10 feet in the air, 10 feet away above Ryan. I disarm his drone and I crash his drone basically.
Into concrete.
It just dropped right there. And he's got a little lens, it's a little lens protector thing on there, and it bounces off. He goes, I'll never forget his face. As soon as he picks up that drone, he looked back at me like, I'm going to look at this. He looked back at me like,
I can't, the thing is maybe the backstory here is drone operators are always very particular about their stuff too. You are the same way.
Yeah.
All of you are the same.
Yeah.
And it is so funny to me, the banter you guys have back and forth about, because every drone operator is the best drone operator. Always. All the time. It doesn't matter who you are. You are better in some way, somehow than the other drone
I
guy.
like how you did that,
Yeah.
but you should have.
Yeah,
Yeah, you got to, if you only did this, You know, if that was you, yeah, but bro, that's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
But I would have totally.
And the thing is when another drone op lets you fly their rig, it's like all right, all right, we're
They
cool.
trust
now.
you.
Yeah, we're cool now.
Yeah.
Like we're cool together. You can fly mine. You know,
Totally.
take it out for a rip. You know.
Yeah, so to see
the little
that
wink,
fall.
wink, and then just watch that fall out of the sky after he's like, yeah, take it for a flight.
So not only was he justified in his
anger face.
look at me, I am equally as embarrassed that something as stupid as accidentally hitting the disarm switch made me crash my bro's drone on the concrete. So like, it was so then because of that moment, and that happened right when we got here. It was the first thing that happened. It was like, oh, cool, drift pads in the chase. It goes, crash the drone.
It's all right.
And so the rest of the weekend, we're taking little jabs back and forth at each other about crashing drones.
It's pretty awesome. I love it. I love it. And there's been all sorts of fun stuff happen. I mean, we got to go out last night in the Defender. We were in the Defender Max, the four seat. Well, it's technically a 6 seat, but
Yeah.
And we did have 6 people in it, and we just went all over Badlands. Went up and saw all the dunes. Took these guys to the rock quarry.
Yeah.
It gave them like kind of the not a full tour, but the most important tour. You know, got to see the creek and the tubes, which you got to fly, which is cool.
Yeah, I flew through the tubes.
It'll be cool to see that. And then we got to go out of the park and went through town and went to go see into Williamsport to see the largest waterfall in Indiana, which we really couldn't see it. We did lean over the edge and see it. So,
And we got pizza.
we got pizza.
And we listened to
Oh, geez.
the Puerto Rico song
I think we opened this pod with the Puerto Rico song.
in the Puerto Rico song in the Pizza Hut parking lot. Dude, that song is
It's your vibe right now.
that song is forever burned into my brain.
My question is why that song?
I
What
don't
is
know.
so good about that song? Why did it become viral?
I don't know.
Because there's no way that they knew that was happening.
It's so simple and fun. And wait a second. Didn't we look that up? I don't know where my phone went.
What am I looking up?
Okay, the words in the song. So its song goes, first time in San Juan, me hijo. So what does me hijo mean?
Me'ijo?
Me hijo, I'm thinking.
We looked it up, didn't we?
Yeah, I think it was like Sonny or my son.
No, I don't think it was.
Someone has a phone in
Yeah,
here
you got
right
a
now.
phone?
You guys are all on phone.
Jamie, look it up.
Jamie,
Look it up.
Jamie, pull that up.
State from Jake Farm. Or whatever you are. What does mijo mean?
Me hijo. I feel like it was son or my son. First time in San Juan, me hijo. And then later
I
it
can't
goes,
figure
first time in Puerto Rico, Malta and Mofongo, Papacito. My son.
Okay, it's right.
Yeah.
It's my
and
son.
what was Papacito? I feel stupid for not
Yeah,
having learned another language.
I can't remember it. We just looked them up too.
Yeah.
But either way, we got to drive around and do all that stuff, and I was loving every second of it.
Dude, it was a really good time. It was the exact definition of what I picture in my mind of just like what it is to be in the off-road community. And the more and more I hang out with you and everyone that I meet through off-road, like Cody from Big Hill Media, super cool dude.
Yeah.
So glad I got to meet him. Glad I got to spend some more time with Miles. Always good to see Chad and Nikki hunt. And by the way, before Chad pulled out of here in his semi, he saw me pulling out and he stopped me. He said, "Hey, I got something for you." And he gave me a bag of header burritos.
Yeah, baby. They're still in the fridge.
Yeah, and I'm going to put them in my engine compartment on my drive back home, and then halfway we're having lunch. It's like
Header burritos.
header burritos. So it's like it's just been really cool to be here and mix the two things that I love the most, which is producing cool stuff, doing live production, hanging out with the boys in epic locations.
Yeah, I had the same exact conversation with Ryan on the pod that we did the other day, and I find it very fun that we get to all get together and flex our skills.
Yeah.
And they all mesh so well together. You know, Ryan is a drone op. Like that's that's what he does. And so are you, but you have a whole nother side that is in my eyes. I'm not saying you're a bad drone op in any way, shape, or form.
no.
I think you're one of the best. I just think you shine in production, in camera, and then in editing. Like those are that's you. That's Chase. And you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I that's just what I feel. And
Sweet.
I love how we can take your biggest and best skill, my biggest and best skill, Ryan's biggest and best skill, Cody's, all these people, Jake, your boy, all these people's skills, and put them together in a way that makes really, really cool stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Back to it.
Yeah. No, I can't. You said it just then. I can't say anything better.
Yeah. And be at a cool place like this, and I guess I'm the culprit, right? I'm the culprit for bringing us to these wild places.
Yeah, it's your fault. Yeah.
I'm the one that is like, hey, Chase, you should come do live stream at Badlands. It's going to be a cool event. You're just like, okay. And you just show up, and I tell Ryan, you should come to Badlands and fly your drone, and we should do some cool videos and maybe fly live feed for Chase. And it all just comes together, and everybody does their thing, and we all make it work. And this is the best time of my life, for sure.
Is it?
For sure. Absolutely. Other than my children being born. But,
Bro,
honestly,
that's serious.
I've had a wonderful life so far, but to be able to I'm being paid to do this. You know what I mean? Like this is my job, a portion of my job. And that's wild to even think that that's real.
Well, that's pretty dumb of you to wait this long to start doing that.
Yeah. Well, you got to do some really bad things and realize that you hate them to realize what the good thing is, and
fact.
push for it and push for what you want. You finally, it took me a long time. I just turned 40. So it was my birthday weekend.
Yeah. Happy birthday, bro.
Thank you. And it took me basically 40 years to figure out that I have to chase my dream no matter what people think, and what criticisms come my way, or you should get a real job quotes, type of conversations. And it's like, well, why? If I can do what I love and everything's taken care of to a point, I'm not a millionaire, but I don't care. I get to just hang out at cool places with my friends and make media and produce cool shows and do wild things with my friends. I got to go to Travis Pastrana's house and jump a Can-Am X3 over a 100-foot gap jump. I mean, how? Like, that doesn't even make sense to me, saying it out loud. You know what I mean? It's wild to think that it could be this much fun and be paid to do it.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I'm off my soapbox now.
You're right. Dude, does anyone have a tissue? Man, I'm serious. I am fucking tissue, man. No.
You should be an actor.
No, I had the best weekend. It was really fun. I'm super proud of everyone from the top, all the management who organized all this stuff, and then all the way down to the guy protecting the gate and making sure they got wristbands.
Yeah.
It takes a whole army to do cool events like this. And I think that from what I saw, the entire weekend was a pretty huge success.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. I think in all, it was just great. And we got to kind of work some things out. I felt like Kyle giving us the opportunity to make the mistakes, like go out and try it and see what happens.
I just want to say that I would love to come back when I'm not working
and actually enjoy the park.
So I can go out there and like play around a little bit. Cause I got here Thursday. I literally went to two locations where we would be broadcasting from and back to the burnout pad area. And that was it until yesterday. We got to go and take a Defender and just drive around for a little bit. So I got to see a lot of it. Probably not all of it. Definitely not like actually out there mobbing these trails. But it was nice to just kind of see what's here. And I'd love to come back and just enjoy.
Yeah, you
a
have
day
to.
or two.
I'd love for you guys to come out and include me too, and we could get a spot or even get a house.
Yeah.
Get a house or
I want my wife to come too.
Yeah, or
my
stay at the
family.
campground. Yeah, bring everybody out and we'll go out and hit the trails and make a weekend of it or something.
Mm-hmm.
And you say when you're not working, we all know that's a joke. You're always working.
I film everything.
Yeah, everything's being filmed all the time. So How about you just plan it? Let me know when you're coming, and we'll have some fun
Okay.
for sure. Bring everybody, including Jake from State Farm.
Farm steak Jake. Farm steak Jake.
No, I'm trying to
Yeah, I
figure.
don't
What
know.
would you say that you were getting called and like your family calls you? Not the other one, the one you like. What's your middle name? Odell. That's right.
Jake Odell.
Yeah. Well, everyone calls him Odell.
Oh.
No,
Okay.
is that not true?
OD.
That's what he said. Bubba.
Bubba?
That's what it is.
Bubba. Okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But here's the thing. I don't know if you seem a little slightly embarrassed by it, like it's like a family thing. I've always wanted a cool nickname. Always.
Oh.
But I have just the most generic name. I mean, I guess Jake's pretty generic too, but Matt, like it's just that is my shortened my full name is Matthew, so Matt is my nickname, if you will. But I've always wanted a cool one, you know? I don't have any way to get one now. I'm 40. You can't get a cool nickname at 40.
No, you're done.
Yep, Matt it is.
You just get to be called Matt Zeiler.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Which is okay.
Yeah.
I'm okay with it now, but
Yeah, I'm okay. Try being called Chase.
Gilroy.
Gilly.
I think Gilly's probably the most common one I hear for you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
What's next for Chase? What's the next move? Where are you headed? What's next?
Well, I'm gonna go home and freaking sleep for several hours.
Why now?
You know, the worst part of all of this is that I did this with my broken back.
You say that, but I think your back hurts way less than you lead on because you were
Less today.
bebopping. You were bebopping around quite a bit this weekend.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah. So I think he may be playing this.
No, he's not.
No?
Oh, no.
Oh.
It took me a few minutes to get up this morning.
Yeah. Well, you're gonna have to get that figured out. What's your plan? What are you gonna do?
I don't know. Probably go to the doctor. I pulled my back. This is going on 3 weeks, so it's like, okay, it should be done hurting by now.
Yeah, you might want to. Did you go to the chiropractor?
Yeah.
You did, and it didn't help
I mean, it helped for a little.
for a little while.
Mm-hmm.
Acupuncture, maybe some
I've
cupping.
never done that.
You ever seen the cupping things where they put the cup on you and it like?
Yeah.
I don't know if that works either.
Well, I seen an ad for one of my friends' cryotherapy situation.
What was that? Like
It's
cold?
like ice. Yeah, like
Oof.
like
Oh,
cry.
like pointed.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Not like you stand in a cold chamber or anything.
Yeah.
That seems miserable.
Sounds like it.
Yeah.
But hey, I'm willing to try whatever.
Yeah. Well, you kind of talked me into this podcast this morning. I was in the mood to just not do it and pack my stuff and continue on with the day.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm glad we did it. Well, and this is a really cool spot. I really like it in here. This is a neat place.
It's a homey. It's a very cabin-like.
It's a
rustic feel.
cabin on a lake feel for
Yeah,
sure.
it
It's
is.
more of a pond.
That's
I
exactly what it
suppose,
is.
but it's beautiful. I love it. I could live here.
Dude, the next thing for me is to literally go home and sort through all of this crap and get it cleaned.
Oh,
That's what I'm
true.
doing.
Yeah, it's a mess. He had me feel the zoom on his camera lens, and it is crunchy,
Yeah,
which is not good.
you'll have that.
That happened at the Serpentine.
Probably, yeah.
That was disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
The dust in the Serpentine we got the best of both worlds this weekend. We got the worst dust you could possibly get and the worst rain you could possibly get.
I know. What's up with that? We could have had that like at the beginning, like Friday night. Why didn't we do that Friday night?
Right,
And then it would have been just beautiful Saturday.
right. Well, you can't have it all, I guess. Can't control the weather. That's one thing you cannot control. Well, at least we can't. Somebody might be able to.
I assume it's going to rain the whole way home, actually.
Probably. That's what happens in Indiana and Ohio in June.
It's stupid.
Yep. Well, Chase, this has been great. Where are we at?
Oh, I don't know. 48 minutes and 8 seconds.
Wow.
That's great.
Chat forever.
We could keep talking.
You got to fly drones here at the house.
Yeah.
You and
I flew
Ryan
around
Bluth
here.
both flew drones. I flew a little bit. Sadie got to fly. She's probably sound asleep.
Yeah,
she asleep
I haven't
over there?
seen her for a while.
Oh, Carson is? Sadie disappeared?
Carson's asleep?
Carson, so funny. I said, Carson, are we in the frame? And he's just like this, deer in the headlights in the production trailer. Carson. I'm like, hello. Oh, yeah, you're good. Doesn't even look. Poor guy. He's off in his own little world.
Oh.
Is he awake now?
I don't know.
Anyway, Chase, dude, I really, really want to thank you for everything that you do and trusting me when I say, hey, we should do this. Because I know it could be easy to be like, I don't know, man, that sounds kind of wild. It doesn't sound like it's going to work. But I think with the right amount of effort, we've made everything really worth it.
Yeah, I agree. And I can't wait to continue to keep making it perfect.
Yeah. It's been sweet, and I can't wait for the future. Lots of big plans coming. So stay tuned. There's going to be some wild stuff happening here.
Not here.
Badlands.
Right. Oh, yeah. Maybe.
Badlands.
Maybe here. Right here?
Yeah, maybe, potentially here.
What about, is it here or right over there?
Either way, you want to go take a dip in the lake?
Sure.
Looks a little muddy.
Nope.
All right. Thanks for being on the podcast, dude.
You're welcome,
Until
bro.
next time.
Let's crush it.
Let's go.
See ya.
Peace out.
Bye.
Bye. Back to it then.
Back to Ohio.
Back to Ohio.
Get out.
Is there a black person here?
Yeah. Yes.
A black person here. Oh,
What?
there it is.